Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. Why do I do this show? Because I am all about super aging, getting older without getting old. But tonight I have to do something different. Different from super aging, different from motivational speech, different from talking about the Bible. Um, I gotta say this. I gotta say this. I gotta say this. I apologize to my subscribers. I hope you don't leave me on this one, but I gotta say this. I had a student, I teach today. I teach, and I teach at Clark Atlanta. I had a student tell me today that she was afraid. She was afraid of what was gonna happen on January 20th. And I was just so put out with that because I thought about it. Wow. Our young people, not just one student, but there's a discussion among them and they are afraid. We're the elders. We while we super aging, we are getting older. We are getting older. We're trying to teach them how to be like us, how to live and let live. But these babies should not be fearing the way they're fearing. We got to stop that. We, we need to get our young people together. We we need to encourage them and let them know that we're there. We I don't want any young people talking about how they're afraid, how scared they are. And you can see what some of that George Floyd maybe working, Trayvon Martin, um, all the things, the rhetoric that went on while they were running for office, during the campaigning. It's filtered down to our babies, to our children, and that's not good. If anything, they're supposed to be hopeful. They are our future. We can't let them them think about think about things so badly that they can't believe anymore. It disturbed me. I can hardly talk right now. It disturbed me so badly that our young people are scared of what is going to happen to us. So what we have done, we have allowed ourselves to be controlled by man. God is still on the throne. We have allowed ourselves to fear man. We have put man in front of God. That doesn't work. It's God first. You see, let me tell you something how that fear thing works. If you cut off the head, the tail will die. And so they have cut off all our heads. Evers, Dr. King, they made sure that all our people at some point, all the leadership basically is gone. Congressman John Lewis, he passed away. I think he was the last of the ones who would stand up. Ambassador Young is in his 90s. The leadership is no more leadership. But young people are working at a different kind of. They work on the ground. They support each other. At the club, they support each other. Dancing, they support each other. Skating, they support each other. Shopping with one another, they should support each other. Entrepreneurship. But right now, they're looking at a bigger picture, and they're needing somebody to grab onto. They're needing something to grab onto. And many of us who are Christians say you have to grab up on your Bible, you have to grab up on the Lord, you have to know that you're gonna be all right. But how we haven't had anybody tell the young people they're gonna be all right, and how difficult is that? It's difficult for us to tell the young people they're gonna be all right when Tennessee State University or HBCNU doesn't have the money to pay the payroll, which which really translates into let's take it down. Let's take the school down. That would be the first of many HBCUs that people want to tear down. And then I heard that there were fires on some HBCU campuses that people are not talking about. There's a destructive element in the universe to destroy the HBCUs, and I'm trying to figure out Do you know why we have a historically black college and university? Because down south, because we didn't have it in the north, we could go to school. Down south, in the south, you did not want us to go to your schools. You wanted all white school. And you said, y'all go over there to your black school. We'll throw you some money. Just stay away from us and our white people, our whiteness. Just stay away from us. So we cultivated historically black colleges and universities. We produced African chiefs. We produced doctors. We produced lawyers. We produced excellence because we knew that's what we had to be. We had to be more. We had to be extra, as they say, for order to be accepted. And why did we think we need to be accepted? Because that was the mindset part of the whole, I think, fear-mongering thing, that we have to accept you. And I think it's just coming to where we realize that we don't need to be accepted by anybody. We don't need to be accepted by another group of people. We need to accept ourselves. But something hasn't translated to the babies. The babies are afraid. The babies are afraid. I need you all on the other side of this screen right here to get you some young people. Call up some young people and give them some words of encouragement. Call up some young people. And see, we don't have young people's church anymore. YPD, you can hardly find a YPD 16, 17, and 18. That most of the time when you find them that age, their parents are elders or bishops or pastors, they PKs, you see. But we got to stop. We need to have something at the like Cascade United Methodist Church. We need to have a big event for the 16, 17, the high school kids. The high schoolers need to know that it's gonna be all right. The college freshmen and the sophomore, they need to know it's gonna be all right. And we need to make sure that it's all right. We need to make sure it's all right because they have this fear. This fear. See, that's how they got us during slave times. There was the fear. There was thousands of us and 10 of them, but they were so brutal, so mean. Read Dr. Daniel Black's book, The Coming. You all don't understand what you need to read. Black, white, purple, green. Where are the Farleys? Read the book, The Coming. My friends over there. Where's Betsy Riley? Read the book, The Coming. Where's Lisa Mallory up in Chicago? Delta Airlines. Read the book, The Comings. I need some white people to read the book, The Coming, to help me get out here and make you understand what you did and how you did it and the cruelty you bestowed upon another human being. And because of that, 10 people were able to control 100 people on a plantation because it was the mind thing. What I tell you all the time, this right here controls this. We cannot let this fear germinate and right up here. We can't marinate. Can't let it marinate up in here because you get that fear thing going. Then you have a baby call me, and I don't mean to call them baby college students, but when I'm 82, you know what that means. But to have young people that's working towards trying to be something, to do something, they watch what it means to have a college degree. They understand what it means to be educated. They understand what it means to be well read. What does Morehouse? I suppose you still got the 5 W's over there, but the 5 W's those 5 W's, as far as I know, have operated in the black community since I was a kid. All right, it's a black culture thing, and the black culture is excellence. Now you're gonna say, well, you got these people out here shooting and killing. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what happened to all the criminals that are out here. I don't know, because they had a grandmama somewhere, and grandmama got to be younger, and grandmama got to be a different kind of grandmama. So it's a different kind of grandmama out here. But back in the day, when your grandmama said something, baby, grandmama and granddaddy, we didn't play with them. So I need you. I know I'm about super aging, but right now I'm about what can we do What can you do? Go get you a group of kids. What can you do to make it better? We got a holiday coming up, and people are. I understand that some families are not eating together because some voted one way and some voted another way. My Lord, my Lord. I understand people are not talking to one another because some voted this way and some voted that way. You know, we already got it's already starting. It's split. The split through America right now. A split through America, and it's getting wider and wider to a point that we all gonna fall in the ditch and destroy the whole country because you have to work together. You have to have collaboration to make things go on. I tell you all the time, the fingerprints are different because the gift is different. My gift is different from your gift, and your gift is different from the other person. And we're supposed to join our gifts. How you gonna be jealous of somebody else's gift? Because that's not your gift. That's somebody else's gift. You see, so we got to do something about our children. We need to have some kind of event or some kind of seminar or some kind of mental. We need to be aware. I'm telling you, we need to be aware, you all, of the mental anguish that's going on. See, you all took those texts lightly, but those texts you summoned to training to the LBG group, you're summoned to the fields to the black group, and you're summoned to deportation to the Latino group. That's how it starts. It seeps in. It seeps in. You know, it seeps in here. And if you don't have something to clean that out, a cleansing, to say, oh no, I'm not going to think that. But see, when you send it out like that, it's seeping in some people's head. It's seeped in some people's head. It's seeped in some young people's head. People are acting like, it's okay. But that's not what I heard today. That's for me to change my whole show. For me to come on like this, that's not what I heard today. And we have to protect our youth, our young. That's the future of this country. You can't have them going into what happened in enslaved times where we just followed along. How that many people can be in the field and one person and two people out there and 300 to 100 out there and two people on a horse with a gun. What was it was this. It was this. I can't let you can't. I need you to hold on to this. Cleanse it out. Cleanse it out. Cleanse it out. Keep yourself strong. Keep yourself healthy. Keep and be prepared. Because if you got this, you're gonna see he who controls it's the golden rule. He who controls the gold controls the rule. Can rule. The golden rule is he who controls the gold rules. He who controls the gold rules is the new golden rule. And then there's this thing about he who controls the ink. The ink nowadays is the technology, the television, the streaming, the different outlets for media. He who controls those controls the mindset of America. Who controls those major media outlets? You know who they are. You can look at the list. Have you looked yourself at the donors? Go to the list and look at the top donors or the top restaurant donors. Put in whatever you want to put in of different parties and just look at them. And you get your idea of what's going on. We can't let these children, these young people, because if they lie down, what's going to happen to us? If they say if they lie down out of fear, what's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to us, America? We need to be paying attention, and we got to pull together, because after a while, this is not going to make sense to anybody if you're hungry. This is not going to make sense to anybody if you don't have a roof over your head. This is not going to make sense to anybody if you're traumatized and your health is in poor. You don't have any access to health care. This none of what I'm saying here is going to make sense to anybody unless you have access to good health care, access to the opportunity to shop where you want to shop, eat where you want to eat, access to um, education. None of this will mean anything. We might as well shut all of this down and go ahead and crawl into the coffin because there's nothing left after that. And I don't think I know that's not what God got for me. I don't know what he got for you, but that's not what he got for me. And I don't believe that's what he got for all of us. And so we need to encourage our young people right now. Thanksgiving is coming. Let's encourage our young people. Let's have a good holiday. Let's be mindful though. Let's be mindful, but let's have a good holiday. Let's have a good holiday. Let's get through the end of 2024, and then we move into 2025. As we move into 2025, we make sure this is clear. This is clear. This is solid. That you stand on solid ground. That you understand who you are, whose you are. That you got all your affairs in order. That you know where your family is located, how you communicate. Make sure there's some stuff, still some stuff that you know to do as the adult, as the older one. You've seen some stuff. God is speaking to many of you on the other side of the screen. Just like he speaks to me, he speaks to you. What has he told you that we need to be doing? Then you need to be doing that. The money still's got to flow. Businesses still be going on. I'm gonna assume, and I could be ASSU me, that we're gonna still be able to have businesses. We're gonna still be able to keep our business going. That we need to shop, but if we can't shop, then what's gonna keep the country going? You see, if you want all that money, you got to generate it some kind of way. And if you stop all the people who do the shopping and stop all the people who are engaged in commerce, then which I just everybody gonna sit around at the top and count money all day? Maybe so. And sit high and look low, and watch people scramble for food, and watch people need water because water is really important right now. And wait for the planes to go over here dropping poison down in neighborhoods. What? You see, this is another America. And if this is the America they all want, then be careful what you ask for. In the meantime, we got children. We got kids. They hear everything. They see everything. We can't do that to them. We can't do that to them. We're responsible for giving them hope. We're responsible for it now. We're responsible for keeping this cleanse out for them. We're responsible to make sure that they understand the process and what we're about to do, what's going on. Talk to your kids. Have a family meeting and get your young people together. See, we've been having family meetings, but the older ones been talking. I haven't said anything about the teenagers. We need to get our teenagers, our tweens and our teens together. Listen to me, people on the other side of the screen. Get your teens and your tweens together. Your youngins that's 21, 22. The ones that are in college, you need to talk to them because they're studying, but some of them are so, they have anxiety issues. They're having anxiety issues because they put all their hope in what we told them. We told them there was hope there. And we're at fault for some of it because we put all our hope still in man, in a human. That's where we put all our hope. And we send everybody over there, including myself. I need this hope. I need this hope. I need this light. I need this to happen. You see, but I got enough sense to know how to go back And so, wait a minute now, Georgianne. You got to have your hope in something stronger. My hope needs to rest in God's hands. That's what my hope should be. But that's not what we did. And when it didn't happen, then the fallout is anxiety. And we cannot have that right now. We cannot. I need you to gather your family, gather your kids, gather your children, gather your youngins, gather people. It's a gathering time. I've talked about that. It's a gathering time. And it's a prayer time. And it's a hopeful time. Because you're going to let them know that there is faith. There's a God. And there's faith. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep moving. And we're going to be family. That's what needs to happen. Whatever that family looks like. If it's one you made up, one you just got, one you got next to you, right now it's not the time to be snippy snappy nothing with anybody. This is the time to come together and know where your family is located and make some kind of plans. But lift up these children. We got, I don't want to see that happen to them. I don't want any more students to talk to me like what happened to me today. I don't want that. Look, this is not going to mean anything. How are they going to get this if they're falling apart? If they're falling apart and we standing around pontificating and not looking back and say, wait now. Where are the kids? Where are the youngins? Where are the teenagers? Where are the tweens? Little people are paying attention. My little Gigi can tell you more about what's going on in the news. YouTube is a powerful, powerful, powerful vehicle. YouTube, Google, AI. Information is out there, people. Our little people know more than you think they know. Call them in. Give them a hug. When the last time you hugged? Give them a hug. Give them a kiss. Well, I'm not going to say that. This is not how I do my show. If you're new to the show, I'm not going to apologize for doing the show like this. I'm going to say, please don't be disappointed, because I do if you go back to my other shows, I do talk about super agent. I don't know them. They don't know me. I don't get any money from them. They don't know anything about me. I just like the title of their book and the premise that they stand on, getting older without getting old. But by the same token, I teach at Clark Atlanta University, and I'm a mother, and I couldn't go the whole day. It's disturbed me all day. It's disturbed me all day. Go find your children, your kids, your nephews, your nieces, and give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Tell them it's going to be all right. Calm them down so they can get through school. All right? Please do that for me. I tell you, please do that for me. Because you know I love you. I need you to love on somebody today. I need you to love on somebody today like I love on you. And you can't do anything about it.